Welcome to PPC Cement's Building Better Homes Challenge. I'm Fez Lempela. Over the last 3 episodes, we've been putting our 4 teams of emerging South African builders through their paces as they compete to win a prize that is sure to change lives. So far, the challenges have been tough, but today, things get a whole lot tougher. But before we get to today's challenge, let's remind you of what the teams are competing for. One team will drive away in a brand new Toyota Hilux Bakkie with a ton of PPC cement as well as 250,000 Rand in cash. But only one team can win this amazing prize. Will it be your favorite? Morning, guys. Morning. Welcome to part 1 of your final challenge. Unlike your previous challenges, which were short, this one runs over 2 days. You will have more time than ever before to complete your challenge. And how you set about achieving it will be entirely up to you. However, I must warn you, this challenge promises to be far tougher than anything you've faced thus far. Want to know what the challenge is? Yes. The challenge is to lay an exterior concrete walkway. You will be required to plan, then choose the tools and materials you require to construct it. But it will be up to your ability and experience as builders to successfully make it to the judges' expectations. The only technical assistance you will have on your build is the PPC Builders app on your Android phone. Use it. It is a mine of invaluable information that will ensure that you have what you need to get the job done. Then, on to the challenge proper. You will have 4 hours today to plan, prepare, and if you so wish, begin laying your exterior concrete walkway. When the 4 hours are up, you down tools. Does everyone understand? One last thing. On this challenge, you will be scored on how accurately you calculate your materials to complete your walkways. The more materials you have left over, the more points you will lose. There are ways to work out very accurately what you will need. One of them is right here. So, does everyone understand the rules of the challenge? Yes. Then builders, the challenge starts now! The choice of which cement, tools, and other materials to use for this challenge is entirely up to the teams themselves. They'll have to decide, based on their own experience, what will work best for the task. Let's find out from George what the teams should be looking to pick here.
This challenge will really test the team's abilities to be able to work in the exposed conditions. They will have to construct a pathway approximately 10 meters long, 700 millimeters wide, and 100 millimeters thick. They will need to understand what causes concrete to crack to prevent it in this particular challenge. So they will have to select the right materials and the right proportioning for the concrete. The proportioning, of course, they will get at the back of the SureBuild or the OPC bag. It doesn't matter which one they use as long as they understand how it performs. The teams will have access to timber, either straight, stiff forms or curved masonite forms can be used. They have the option of being able to cast it in small sections and the following day cast the infill sections, or they can cast it all in one. The concrete needs to be protected from evaporation caused by exposure to the sun and the wind, and if there is a little bit of rain, they would need to cover these structures. I would expect to see the right protection and curing materials being used.
Bonnie and Richard, why did you choose the OPC cement?
The reason why we chose is we went to the app when we went for medium strength concrete.
Silla and Emmanuel, why did you choose SureBuild as your type of cement?
We chose SureBuild as our type of cement because we are going to apply it outside, not under the shade or under the roof. And then it does not get shrinks under the sunlight.
Denver and Trenlin, tell us, why did you choose OPC cement instead of SureBuild?
OPC is going to give me a much more stronger mix. So I'm going to get about a 20 to 25 MPa concrete mix strength.
Yeah.
And it's much better for the walkway.
We're with Louise and Monty.
What type of cement did you choose and why?
We chose the PPC Sure-Built cement. What we're doing, the concrete that we're laying, is doesn't need to be stronger than say 25 MPa.
And Louise, what are you guys going to use to reinforce your concrete walkway?
These little plastic thingies in the box, black plastic thingies that we're going to put into the cement.
The first day of challenge begins as the teams scramble to build their walkways. With the dimension restrictions of 7 square meters by 100 millimeters thick, lengths and widths of each team's walkway should vary hugely. On this challenge, the teams will more than likely have vastly different designs. As the form work begins to be laid, the team's walkways begin to take shape, with some more intricate than others. As the mixers power up, let's find out George's thoughts as the clock approaches the 2-hour mark.
Well, I think the orange team have worked rather cleverly in that they have left the end form open. They have completed all of their materials, as they will be judged on the quantity of material. It would appear that they're going to do everything today. They're going to complete it. They may not have enough time to give the final finish that I think they would have liked to have achieved.
Talk to us about the blue team.
Well, the blue team have gone ahead and used casting of alternate panels. And that's a good technique where there is no reinforcing. They have preformed their joints, and I expect them to cast the infill panels tomorrow. So they will complete half of their challenge today.
Your thoughts on the grey team?
The grey team haven't cast any concrete yet. They're putting a lot of effort into their formwork, and the formwork is looking pretty good. A nice intricate pattern that they have created with that formwork. So I would expect they would cast the entire walkway tomorrow. The green team is selected polypropylene fibers. They have also used plastic as an underlayment, which will prevent loss of moisture down to the substrate. And it would appear that they are casting a joint today. It looks as though it could be a tied construction joint. In other words, they will continue their casting tomorrow. So they'll only do half today and half of it tomorrow.
As the final hour of day 1 counts down, Team Orange finishes off their walkway. Denver and Trenlin, please tell us what you've done.
What I did, instead of casting one today and casting the other one tomorrow, I did all at the same time.
And how was your teamwork?
We worked quite well today, seeing that we were both tired.
As the last minutes count down on day 1, each team seems to be on track with their plans. But will their plans work out in the end? The teams are progressing through the challenge at a furious rate. And next time we'll bring you the conclusion to this difficult task. Please join us in our next episode as we find out how they do as they finish off their masterwork. I'm Fez Lembela, and this is Building Better Homes, brought to you by PPC Cement. Thanks for watching. To see how PPC Cement brings you even more strength beyond the bag, go to ppc.co.za, where you'll find info on the teams, the judges, building information, and much more. Coming up on episode 6 of Building Better Homes, this difficult challenge reaches its conclusion.